Good morning. So I came to this morning to this point that I come to sometimes. I found it about a year ago. It's this big altar. See this big square rock right there? It's an ancient altar and it's overlooking the. I'll show you. See, there's a pillar down there right above Rexy and a cave. And I see it as divine feminine and divine masculine. This is the valley, and way over there at the end is my car, if you can see it by that car that's going by. My car's parked. So I come to the spot. Sometimes it draws me here. And usually I get up, I crawl up onto that altar right there. And this morning when I got here, I just didn't feel like it. And I was thinking about it. It's so symbolic. I don't want to be a sacrifice. I don't want to be a sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice my life for this whole journey. I want to stand up and fight for myself, and not really even fight. It's kind of like just I'm determined to pull out of this. I'm determined to let go and overcome this. I'm determined to have meaning in my life and pull myself forward and do something that matters and just allow it. I know that when I come into full alignment with myself and full knowing of my worth and not being a sacrifice, not sacrificing myself for some other agenda or for something else, then I will fully pull into my power, and everything around me will fall in tow, will fall in line. And this morning, I'm still purging. I'm still purging. I'm still feeling the pain, and I feel like this pain, there is a shifting that I will be going through. But in order to do a full shift, first I have to burn out all that is impure. And even going through all of this pain, some of it is obvious. Some of the reasons for the pain is obvious, and some of the pain is just so intense, and it doesn't. I can feel it in every cell of my being, and every cell of my body feels like it's vibrating inside. It feels like I'm going through a full transformation, and as I'm transforming, um, every cell in my body is releasing whatever it's been holding on to, and there's just immense pain through it all. And this pain is really a release of everything that has been holding. So I can feel that at the end of this whole purge, at the end of this whole process, I will be that much more purified, that much more. Say, I can feel myself transforming, and I can feel myself shifting into the new world, shifting into the new way of being, shifting um, into heaven on earth, shifting into a place where everything is miraculous. Everything, the grass sparkles and shines and glistens, and everything seems like it's new. And the only way through to pass through to this new world is allowing yourself to go through yourself, and you have to shed all of this, all of the lower vibrational emotions that belong to the um you know you still have those emotions, and you can still feel those emotions, and you can still feel those emotions in others, but you're not stuck on them, because our emotions are our guidance system. So those emotions are always going to be there, but they don't hurt anymore. It's also, you could look at it, there's so many different ways to get to the same outcome. There's so many different paths to get to the same place. And this is the path that I am seeing clearly and that I am going down. And it's purging is the word that keeps coming up for me. And until just recently, that was a word that I barely ever used. And it seems like all of a sudden that's just what keeps going off in my mind. You're purging, you're purging, you're purging. I even had to look up the meaning of the word, the proper meaning of the word purify. It means purifying. But I had to look up the word and what it properly meant. Even there's so many downloads that are coming. I also feel like this whole purging, when you just allow and you just wallow in it and you just sit in it and you allow it to you will it's a paradox, because you're also going through it, but you're also allowing it to pass through you. So it's kind of like you're going through it, but it's passing through you at the same time. And I'm learning that it's like these last couple of weeks, the portals, the sky has been like cracking open. The barrier between the two worlds, between the two dimensions, it's like when you get close enough, you can see that it's cracked. There's a crack. And there are so many of us going through now together. We're all rising together and we're helping each other. We're holding each other's hand. Um, and we are helping each other in the process. I have to go and I have to meet my son in Tiberias in less than an hour, so I need to start hiking off this mountain because it's going to take me at least like 20 minutes to get off the mountain. Um, so there are so many ways uh, to go about this. And what I feel like is in this last couple of weeks, there have been massive, massive downloads just coming through the ethers. There's just been and it's a lot to process. So this purging is we had these downloads, they're in us, and it's like this buzz that we feel inside, and slowly we're processing it and allowing the pain and releasing the pain. As you release the pain, it's like you could see that a download comes with all of its emotional baggage, all of where it touches us, and with its knowledge. And so we get to keep the knowledge. The knowledge is coming into us, but the pain is being released. So it's as we receive the knowledge and as we work through it, it's our mind and our emotions being married, working together. As we're processing it and as we're understanding it, we're also able to start releasing the pain. And some of the pain is just in our cells. Some of the pain was there before we can even remember. Some of the pain is at the cell level, is at our core wound, the wounds that we were born with because of the separation from the all, because we were given this ego that made us feel like we're thrown out into abyss, into the world, and not connected anymore. The ego gives you the illusion that you are apart from the all, or from the one, or from God, or from the universe. It makes you feel like you're your own entity and you forget your connectivity. And then as you go through the spiritual awakening, you realize your connectivity to everything and everything around you. And then there's nothing to hold on to. Everything is just okay, just exactly as it is. And when you have that understanding that everything is okay, just exactly as it is, and there is a purpose for everything and a meaning for everything, you can always find that higher meaning. You can always find the lesson in everything. It's going to hurt. It hurts. And the quicker you can go through it, the quicker you can let go of that pain, and the easier you can accept it. And the more times you come up against the same wall and you get it figured out again, right? The first time you come up against the wall, it takes you a while to figure it out and to merge and to understand it and to overcome the emotions, the big sweeping emotions that are coming through. But then when you hit your head up against the wall again, you come up against the wall again and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I've already solved this puzzle. What is the puzzle? You have the pain, but then you release it. It's a lot less. It's a lot quicker. And then you come up against it again the third time, it's even easier. You come up against it the fourth time, it's even easier, until it just becomes just part of your nature. You come up against it and you're like, oh yeah, this. And then you can just continue on. So there are a lot of us purging right now, and there is a reason for everything. There was something else this morning that was coming through that I wanted to talk about. I want to see if I can remember it really quick. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, I think that what I was thinking about earlier was again about balancing those energies as divine feminine. Yesterday I had a really good conversation with a man who is also the energetic divine feminine on the twin flame journey, and he was telling me his story. And there are so many of us going through this same the same thing, and it's all about balancing that energy. I know what it was that I was going to say. I was going to say about trust, that there is a leap of faith that is required to get through this purging. You have to let go. You have to let go and bring all of your focus back to you. You know, we've already tried all the chasing and catching in the physical world. We've already been down that route. It doesn't work. So there is, and it doesn't work because it's not your playing field, and it will never work. It's like you are not doing your work and you're trying to grasp over here in a different ball game. And the thing is that if you have true faith in the journey, and you truly believe and have a knowing that that is your twin, then you know that you are connected and binded. So there is no fear in letting them go, because they can't go. The energy in the energetic field, your energies have already mixed. You know, it's like taking a droplet of water and putting two droplets together, and then go and try to pull them apart and come back to the same two droplets. Try to separate two droplets, and once they've merged, to be exactly the same as they were before the merge. You can't separate two droplets. Even if you separate them back into two, they're already mixed. So if you trust in that way, first of all, it's a paradox of sort, because if you trust in that way, and that is the belief, that's also belief in source, because it brings you back to the God level. In order to fully trust in that way, you have to believe in God, because you're coming, God, the all. It doesn't matter what you call it, right? I know God has has a lot of sticky emotions for a lot of people because of their upbringings, including me up until now. See, these are the things that we're learning how to go through and to process. So I'm going down there. My car is down there. So the belief is something that we have to have such strong faith in the fact that he is our divine counterpart, that we are willing to just let them go completely. And the thing is that if they are not your counterpart, then you let them go. And then once you truly let them go, if they don't come back, it won't matter to you, because if they're not your divine counterpart, then it just allowed you to get over them. And if they are your divine counterpart, then they will come back, and you can trust that. And it doesn't matter anyway, because once you manage to, so you let them go, and then you balance the energy within yourself. So a lot of meditation will help. You know, go inward and get to that place of meditation. You know, there's this place of meditation, when you get into meditation really deep, there's this place where you just feel like you're floating above your body, where your nose and your toes and your fingers and your fingers tingle. It feels like a tingly place, and you feel like you're expanding out further than your body. And you go into that place, and that place is the connection with the divine, and the connection, the soul connection. And when you get into that place, you are perfectly aligned. You're aligned with source. So if you can, every time you feel that tug on you, that pull, that draw, the urge to chase, the urge to try to make something happen in the physical world, just suck all that right back in and balance it. Bring it into this fine balance within you. And once you're able to do that, then you are already coming into your divine self. Okay, so the leap of faith, that was what I wanted to come back and say about the leap of faith, taking a leap of faith on this spiritual awakening, twin flame journey. It's the same, you know, the twin flame journey is just about the spiritual awakening. So it's about the spiritual awakening. So thank you for watching.